I have a 30-year history with this supplement, Balance for cholesterol. There are so many reasons I take it, but I'm going to tell you the very first experience I had with Balance. I was managing a large medical practice, and it was introduced to me and suggested that I should offer it to our patients so they could control their cholesterol and their blood sugar. My first response was, before I offered a supplement to my patients, I would very much like to use it myself so that I could feel confident that it was safe and something of benefit to them. So I got a box of Balance and I started to take it prior to my meals twice a day. Now, I didn't have high cholesterol. I didn't have high blood sugar. So what was I going to see? The only thing that was going on with me at the time, I was 40 years old. The only thing that I was experiencing was a change in my hormones. I was starting to be maybe what you might call perimenopausal, where I started to have more severe menstrual cramps, bad headaches when I got my period, and tremendous pain of fibrocystic breast masses that would flare up during my period. And that was my only complaint. But cholesterol and triglycerides and blood sugar, no problem with that. So I used Balance for 1 month and I felt pretty good about it. I was pooping great. I felt like my jeans were a little bit looser. So I asked for a second box. And while I was into my second month of taking it, I noticed I got my period by surprise. I didn't have all the symptoms that was telling me I was getting my period. My breast didn't hurt. I didn't have cramps. I didn't have the headache. And I'm thinking, I wonder if it's connected to taking Balance. So I continued to take it for a few more months, and I noticed all those hormonal problems were gone. So I needed to do research and find out, why was this helping my period? And I discovered that there was a physician in California, an oncologist who was also an OBGYN, who was recommending Balance for every single one of his patients. And I called him and he took my call and he said, it's very simple to understand why this is helping your period. He said, Balance is soluble and insoluble fiber, and it's acting like a sponge. It's soaking up excess hormones that are raging through your body when you are getting your period. It soaks up toxins from the food that you're eating and maybe the air that you're breathing. And it soaks up fat, and it's carrying these out of your body in your poop. Wow, that was an eye opener. Soaking up excess hormones. So it's called Balance for cholesterol and it balances blood sugar. Nowhere does it say that it balances hormones. I believe that it did. So I continued to take it for years. And as I went through menopause and watched all my friends suffering with extreme symptoms of menopause, I had little symptoms. I had a little bit of night sweats, but it was not horrible. And I sailed through it. I have continued to use Balance every day of my life because I believe as we age, if you can control the balance of your hormones, you are going to feel so much better. I know I do. That is my initial experience with Balance. And I have since introduced it to young women who are struggling with their periods. And they say in a month or two, they feel so much better. I've introduced it to women of all ages who are struggling with hormonal imbalances. And there is a calm that happens when you can take this Balance that acts like a sponge and soak up the excess hormones and get rid of them on a daily basis. That is my initial introduction to Balance, and I will continue to take it for the rest of my life.